Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I will ask this video with a question, or more than one question, regarding Ukraine, Zelensky, and the situation over there. Do you think Ukraine is a democracy, or has a functional democratic system? Do you think that the citizens' freedoms and liberties are respected? The religion freedom, the freedom of speech, the freedom of association, and so on. Do you think these are respected? Do you think that Zelensky is the legitimate president of Ukraine? Do you think that Zelensky is a tyrant? Do you think he's a dictator? Do you think that people around him are actually his captors, his bodyguards? Do you think that Zelensky is just a caged individual at the whim or some of the people from abroad? Do you think that actually Zelensky holds the security services or the secret police in his hands or claws, and he just goes and threatens and blackmails the representatives of Rada, their House of Representatives? Do you think he's incarcerating Mr. Kolokovsky, his sponsor with dual citizenship, Ukrainian and Israeli, to protect him from being looked for by other people? Do you think that actually he sent General Zaluzhny into exile in London as the Ukrainian ambassador to United Kingdom, or he is a prisoner over there? Do you think that Mr. Poroshenko, the former president of Ukraine, corrupt as he was, is it house arrest right now? Do you think that he has a hand in killing Gonzalo Lira? Do you think so? Well, do you think that he's going to eliminate Vitaly Klitschko, the current mayor of Kiev? I do believe that would be the case. I'm not saying eliminate like pak. Why? Because he's gonna end like before he gets there, he's gonna have threats, blackmail, and clear, And I suspect Mr. Klitschko, before he's gonna be eliminated by Zelensky, last resort, he's going to be at house arrest. He's gonna be sent somewhere like Zaluzhny to London. Until then, he's going to use the same methods: threats, blackmail, and he's going to send his judges, his secret police to investigate Vitaly Klitschko. You know why? Because Vitaly Klitschko is one of his possibly competitors if there will be elections in Ukraine, including Zaluzhny. So, I have here an article where I'm going to show you how Zelensky's noose around Vitaly Klitschko's neck gets tighter and tighter. Why? Because there's too many voices wanting the elections to be held, and he has to make sure that Klitschko will just retreat on his own, bob and weave and go back. That's it. I'm going to show you. Right there. This is from DPA International. Thursday, April 17, 2025. Kiev Mayor Klitschko's deputy. So the mayor of Kiev, deputy, charged with aiding conscripts to flee. So Kiev Mayor Klitschko's deputy charged with aiding conscripts to flee. Now, it's not Klitschko, you obviously note, but the problem is, did he know? That's the implication. I'm going to show you, because that's what you need to do. They make this piece on Klitschko, on his deputy, one of the deputies, with a clear intention to give a sign to Klitschko: we are on you, and you might have known. Therefore, keep your mouth shut, stay over there in your little hole, don't come out, because we can get you legally. We're going to find the crime. As Mr. Kaganovich, Lazar Kaganovich, the guy of the henchman of Ukraine, Holodomor, remember? Under Stalin, the Georgian. He said, Stalin, give me the name, I'll find you the crime. The same thing here. Klitschko, we got your name. All we need to do is find your crime, and we'll find one. Manufacture one, that is. I don't think Klitschko is 100% clean, not necessarily through his actions, but by association. So what's happened here? I'm going to show you how the real threat is at the end, or the real hint is at the end of this article. I will show you as well some of my videos that I made in a chronological order, where I said this guy will be eliminated by Zelensky, one way or another, from the competition, okay? One of Kiev Mayor Vitaly Klitschko's deputies has been charged with assisting conscripts to flee abroad to evade military service. Ukrainian prosecutors reported on Thursday. So this is all legal. You see, prosecutors What can you do, man? They found the evidence right there. The official is said to have arranged exit permits for 31 men as drivers of fuel transports between May and June 2022. Some of the men failed to return after traveling to EU countries. What, they're idiots to go and be Zelensky's meat grinder? The prosecutors did not say whether the deputy mayor received payment for his services. He faces up to 7 years in prison if convicted. And if you knew Zelensky, Klitschko, you're next. That's the hint to these guys. And I'm going to show you the last paragraph. Would you return? All right. Here, Klitschko dismissed the deputy mayor in December last year after investigative journalists raised allegations the city properties had been acquired by the deputy's friends. Corruption? No. So let's say the last paragraph, the last sentence. Klitschko is seen as a possible challenger to President Volodymyr Zelensky in elections once martial law is lifted. Observers see a series of allegations against Klitschko's circle as an attempt by the national leadership, Zelensky style, to undermine the Kiev mayor's reputation. Why? Because Klitschko is a Ukrainian. The official holds a seat on the city council as a member of the European Solidarity Opposition Party of former President Petro Poroshenko. Did you know about that, Poroshenko, too? You got it, my friends? So this is the plot. We know that something happened. We made up something. Something happened. And we connect you, Klitschko as the mayor and Poroshenko as your party leader. Both of you, click, click. That's a warning shot. Now, let me show you some of my videos regarding Klitschko. We start with the one on the bottom, and it says this. Kiev Mayor Klitschko defends General Zaluzhny against Zelensky. Now, that was bad move. This is in February 5, 2024. And then we have here, Zelensky will eliminate Ukrainian is the reason why I say Vitaly is Ukrainian and I don't put Ukrainian Zelensky. Vitaly Klitschko competition. And it's said further, as he destroyed General Zaluzhny. Here, Zelensky will eliminate or / exile Klitschko. Klitschko attacks Zelensky's team as usurpers of power, he said. This is January 30th. So, I think, as the baboon as I am, and you know I'm a baboon, okay, that Klitschko is the Germans' government's man. I have no evidence, no, zero. So don't take that to the bank. It's just, as a free human being, I'm allowed to say certain things like outside there's no sun and say, oh, it's very, very shiny outside, it's sun, let's go outside, man, let's go to the beach. I can say that. The same here. My assessment is that this Klitschko will get in trouble, in big trouble. How did it start? I tell you, remember that warning in one of these videos, if you go and see it? It was a Russian bombardment of or attack on Kiev. And it was 1 or 2 shelters, bombardment shelters, that was not open because a drunk Ukrainian was too drunk to open the doors. Therefore, 1 woman and 2 children lost their lives because there were attacks and so on. This was the allegations and so on. And they tried to pinpoint that, attach it to Klitschko, because Klitschko did not go on his own in his morning jog, all right? He did not go over there and open it by himself, bang, bang, and open the shelter. It's his mistake. Not because of the, vodka-infested guy over there did not open their shelter. He didn't show up for work. Okay, so and then Zelensky said, we don't have enough enemies from abroad. We need some domestic ones. Be careful, Zaluzhny, for an uppercut knockout. Give me that. Okay. That's exactly how it was. How do you like my fucking Alain Delon? All right. So here, my friends, they will get Mr. Klitschko. He will get. That's a warning shot again. And how is that? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. The same here. Poroshenko and Klitschko in the same time. I think that's going to happen. And as I said, Klitschko, I think that's the Germans guy. There's some reasons for me to say that, but I can disclose you right now my reasons. As Zelensky is the Brits guy. You haven't heard the Brits or, really... No, it's not the Americans guy, Zelensky. It's the Brits. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So, maybe you have different answers or have some answers to the questions I asked at the beginning. What do you think is going to happen to Klitschko? I think there's these options. One, he's going to shut the fuck up, at least for now. He's not going to shut the hell up, and Zelensky is going to do something to him. Like legally. He's going to destroy his reputation. That's what it is right now. They do this in the bazaars where Zelensky is from, okay? That's another thing. He's going to do the character assassination. And then the other one, simply take him out and, something will happen with Klitschko. I know, first time he flies an helicopter, he's going to have a technical difficulty and, all right, get knocked the shit out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Or maybe, as I said, he's going to keep quiet. The elections are going to be up and the Germans say, whoops, now it's your time, Vitaly. Vitaly shows up for 3 days and then he's going to have a heart attack. I hope not. You know what I mean. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.